Greetings, citizens of the world. We are anonymous. This is the story of Terry Parker Jr., how he was lobotomized, forcefully implanted with brain electrodes, and the activism that followed. At the age of 14, Terry was lobotomized and forcefully implanted at Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. According to the hospital, he underwent a right temporal lobotomy for treatment of his seizure disorder and behavioral disturbance. This procedure was done without his consent, while his mother was told that scar tissue was being removed. Although it is not in the hospital's report, Terry had 43 metallic objects implanted in his brain. These objects are still in his brain. They can be seen on an X-ray of his skull. Why were these objects implanted in his brain? CIA mind control programs have existed since the 50s, and were active in 1969 when sick kid surgeon Harold Hoffman performed this illegal psychosurgery. So what is psychosurgery? The Ontario Mental Health Statute states that psychosurgery means any procedure that, by direct or indirect access to the brain, removes, destroys or interrupts the continuity of historically normal brain tissue, or which inserts indwelling electrodes for pulsed electrical stimulation for the purpose of altering behavior or treating psychiatric illness. So why were these electrodes implanted in his brain? According to Wikipedia, electrical stimulation of the brain can be used to cause sensory, motor, autonomic, emotional and cognitive effects. Sensory effects involve you feeling something that isn't happening, such as swaying, movement, suffocation or burning. Motor effects involve forced movements, such as blinking, laughing or crying. Autonomic effects involve changes to your body, such as an increase in blood pressure, breathing or sweating. Emotional effects involve forced changes in your mood, such as anxiety, fear, happiness, or sadness. Cognitive effects involve the reduction of normal brain function, such as the ability to recall things or do math. In 1992, Terry began protesting against the illegal psychosurgery performed on him, at Sick Kids Hospital in 1969. Every day, he would create a large sign and march down to the hospital, handing out copies of his X-ray, and demanding a royal commission into the continued cover-up at the hospital. After 200 days of this, City News wrote a piece on his experience. In that piece, Terry said they used him as a guinea pig in an experiment that didn't work. He claimed that Sick Kids is a good hospital, but it has a dark history that people should know about. Terry had 2 operations at that hospital. The first time he was sedated. The second time, they shaved his head, gave him a local anesthetic, and put his head in a clamp. When they were cutting his skull open, he was screaming out, "What the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck are you doing?" He was panicked. They did not tell him what to expect. He was told to be a good boy and cooperate. There was no informed consent for what they did. While he was protesting, one of the security guards at the hospital told him, hell would freeze over before an inquiry would be called. Terry claimed that, when hell freezes over, he will still be here. After 350 days of protesting in front of the hospital, Sick Kids Hospital brought an injunction against Terry. At that point his sign said, "Warning, Dr. Harold Hoffman is a psychosurgeon." They wanted to keep Terry off their property. Terry fought against the request, claiming that Hoffman performed brain surgery on him in 1969 and again in 1972, and that Hoffman had used the word psychosurgery to describe the procedures. Another neurosurgeon also claimed that the images of the procedure done did not match what Hoffman had recorded. According to his lawyer, the circumstances around Terry's case were at the very least suspicious. The lawyer claimed that, not allowing Terry to demonstrate in front of the hospital was a violation of his freedom of speech. Neither the hospital nor Hoffman had made any attempt to refute the claims. The hospital claimed that by bringing forth the injunction they were refuting the claim. The judge sided with the hospital, claiming that there was not one iota of evidence. He went on to say, "You cannot come here claiming that the world is square, when the world is not square. Doing so goes beyond the right of free speech. Terry was banned from displaying any sign or distributing any material stating Dr. Hoffman was a psychosurgeon. Terry is still alive and well. He is a member of a group, who have all had devices implanted in their brains unwillingly. He has his X-ray, and has showed it to reporters, lawyers, and politicians. On Facebook, he tells his story to whoever will listen. For most of us, it has been a long time since we started seeking freedom. For Terry, it has been 50 years. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.